Hello again, everybody. I am back, and today we're going to talk about wiring a kitchen. So first we're going to do is the boxes that you're going to use for the kitchen. And I'm going to show you why you need this type more than you would need any other type than the nail-ons or what have you. So they have the clips on them, clips on the side of the stud, and it also has these clips so you can drill onto the side of the stud as well. So put your screws in rather. So 2 in the face, 2 in the side. This is an adjustable box. So I have my studs measured out 36 inches to the bottom plus 4 because the cabinets are 36 inches standard. 4 inches for the backsplash, and then you can go however high you want, just so long as you don't hit the upper cabinets. I'm going to talk about that too. So what these do, these simply just clip on. They grab on the side, you push them, they stay. Magic, huh? So next step you do is you run your screws in. First in the face. Then on the sides. Simple as that. So we're going to put our other one up, and then we're going to start wiring these. Fair enough? One thing you got to remember about kitchen wiring, you have to have at least 2 small appliance circuits. That's so you don't have a toaster and a toaster oven and a coffee maker in one whole circuit, and it'll trip it every time. So you have at least 2 small appliance circuits. So we're going to wire this up as if we have 2 circuits already. So we've ran our wires to both boxes. We've got our power going into this box and going out to the other box. Your power going in is your line side. I've showed you in videos before. We put a crimp on the ends of these wires. That way we know this is the line side. We can feel them after we strip them, and I'll show you how. In stripping your wires, be very careful, okay? I have a dull razor knife. You might have a sharp one. So we're just going to barely score this on both sides. I'm going to try to get it in there as far as I can. 1 score, 2 scores, right over the top and the bottom of the wire. Up to 2 scores. Oh, look at how lucky I got. It just comes off like butter. Okay, let's do the other one. 1, 2, very little pressure. I don't want to score that wire inside. Look at that, like nothing. Now, we didn't mark that line side. That sheeting's gone. But what do we have? I run my thumb down the bottom of the side of this wire. Nothing, smooth as silk. I grab my other one. I get caught on those notches. Let's see if you can see them. Those notches there. You do that with switch legs too. Anything that you want to remember. So you know that you got it there. You don't have to worry about the colors or anything else. So I've got my line side, I got my load side, and that's how we're going to feed our plugs. This is going to be our GFI. It's going to protect the rest of the plugs down the line. So the line side, the load is going to protect those. So if something trips on one of those plugs, come over there and reset it. Easy enough? Okay, for all intents and purposes, your rough wiring is done. I told you how to do it. Easy enough, right? Number 12, by the way, 20 amp. Mandatory for kitchens. Or just look for the yellow one at Home Depot, you'll be all right. Or wherever. Back of the plug, line side, load side. So the line side is that one that we talked about. You have your silver wire, your white terminal, gold wire, gold terminal. Then your ground goes right in there. Ta-da! Okay, so let's just say we're done. That's what we're going to do in the finish. And that's what's going to go ahead and protect the rest of the outlets. So now I'm going to show you why you need these boxes in your kitchen. It's absolute must. The beauty of these boxes is that they're adjustable. So let's say you have 1/2 inch drywall. Screw in, with the tightening. See that moving there? Okay, great, 1/2 inch drywall. So we got it made, right? We'll see. All right, you got your drywall up, nice and flush. Never mind my shitty cut. Nice and flush, right? Beautiful, ready to go. You know who doesn't care about you? I care about you, but you know who doesn't? The tile guy. because your box isn't blocking him, he don't care. He's just gonna run it smooth and just haul ass. So he can get paid, get out of there, and then I meet him for tacos and beer. No offense. So here's what you do. Show those guys. Before you even put your drywall up in the kitchen, a couple things you need to do. That was just quick and easy, but there's some hazards. We're gonna run this box 3 inches out. What do we care? So now there's no way they can bury it with drywall. There's no way they can bury it with the tile. So that's one big thing. So you'll never have them buried. You must have these in your kitchen. Now I'm going to talk about the wiring. With the wiring, you have to remember, you're at about 40 inches to the bottom, okay? With the backsplash and the 36 to the top of the cabinets. Never run your wires underneath these boxes. Never. Because what happens, the cabinet guys now have these giant screws and they'll run them right in. If you do run them in, use these. Well, we call them dotty plates in the tray because Dottie makes them, but they're nail plates. But like up here, nobody's going to run the drywallers. That's why you got to be 1.25 inches at least from the front edge to your hole where your wires are. So the drywallers don't get your nails, and especially the cabinet guys, because then you're dead in the water trying to troubleshoot that. You'll never find it. You'll have to tear out the cabinets, everything else, rewire it. So everything you do, stay underneath the top cabinets, stay above the bottom cabinets, and use dotty plates, or nail plates rather, in the kitchen, wherever you can. And if anything's even questionable about the distance from the hole to the edge of the stud, at the end of the job, the very last thing you do, well, aside from fire stopping, is put in these nail plates. Wherever you feel comfortable, use them. They're cheap. But with the troubleshooting aspect of this, if somebody hits it with a nail, then you will be calling me. I can find it. Oh, I'm a great troubleshooter, but I'm not free. So therein lies the problem. So anyways, well, that's it for the electrical part of it, or for wiring the kitchen. So for right now, you have any idea what time it is? Oh, you knew what time it was. It's taco time, baby. My Bud Heavy. Oh yeah. And all you people who hate on Bud Heavies, Charlize loves them. Just so you know, that's what she drinks. Tell me. Roberto's Tacos. Look at that. Look at that, baby. They need to be paying me royalties. Because whenever I do these videos, it's Roberto's Tacos for me. So, signing off. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you had a little bit of fun. And I can't wait to do another one. Thanks, guys.